We now turn our attention to golf, the British Masters 2017, and we do normally try and focus on the PGA Tour. There's nothing going on in America this week, so we're going to turn our attention on the British Masters, on the European Tour, and it's a very important event, and it's a very good field. If we have a look at the market, we've got big names at the top of it. Rory McIlroy heads it off at 8-1. Sergio Garcia, reigning Masters champion, 10-1. Alex Noren, defending champion, won it last year in some style, 14-1. Lee Westwood, 20-1. Matthew Fitzpatrick, 20-1. We always look for value on this channel. We try and get as big a numbers as we can where there's some value. Looking at the head of the market there, going to look past McIlroy at 8-1. It's just too short for us. Garcia, yeah, has a chance, very good player. Defending Masters champion, but we're going to take Lee Westwood at 20-1. The reason being, he actually has had a hand in the design of this course. He's the head professional at the club, so as the tour professional, he's hosting the event. Lee Westwood is hosting the British Masters on the Colt course at Close House. That's the course it's held at, near Newcastle in Northumberland. So seeing as he's the head professional, he'll want to play well. We know all about Lee Westwood. Ryder Cup player, often a bridesmaid in majors, should have won a major by now. Still performs well in majors. I always like to back him in majors. You tend to get a big number on him now. They don't view him as one of the elite top 3, top 5 players. He's not in that sort of range at the moment. But on his day, he can really perform. Such a great swing, great putter when he's going at it. He's a bit of a streaky putter though. It depends how he's doing at the time. But such a great player, he often keeps it in play. He's got a lovely rhythm. We'll take Lee Westwood at 20-1. That'll be the first one we'll take. That is fourth in the market. Tied fourth in the market, we've got Matthew Fitzpatrick. We'll also take him at 20-1. Very good player. I think he's just won the European Masters, hasn't he? So he is definitely in form. So 20-1, I think, is a reasonable figure. We'll definitely look to take that. This week, the challenge is a par 70 course, 6,906 yards. Tight sort of course. You've got to keep it in play. You've got to hit it straight. So we're going to be looking for players who can do that. We're going to be looking for players in form, as we always do. So we started off with Lee Westwood, 20-1. We started off with Matthew Fitzpatrick, 20-1. These terms are a fifth of the odds, 7 places. This is at Betfair. We're going to go for Eddie Pepperell at 30-1. He's been in good form. He's a very talented player. 3 top 5s recently. So in form, 30-1 I think is a reasonable figure. If you look at it relative to everybody else, I mean, you've got Bernd Weisberger 22-1, Shane Lowry 25-1, Poulter 28-1. I mean, I see Pepperell as having a better chance than all of those, and they're at shorter prices. So I think there's a little bit of value there. 30-1, we'll take it. We're going to go for David Lingmerth, 40-1. He's overplaying on the European Tour. We've backed him a few times in America. I don't think we've had that much success with him. I think we might have nabbed a place here and there. But in the field, 40-1, yeah, it's probably about right. But I just fancy him. He's come over here. He plays on the PGA Tour a lot, so he's come over here. Maybe he's pumped for this one. Maybe he's looking towards points for qualifying for the Ryder Cup. I don't know. He's over here. He's serious. He doesn't come over here for a joke. So David Lingmerth, 40-1 each way. We'll definitely take that. I like the next one a lot. We're going to take Martin Kaymer. And I like selecting Martin Kaymer. When he's out at 45-1, a major champion, respected Ryder Cup player. He's only 32 years old, but it feels like he's been around forever. He's so experienced. We've heard his name a long time. He's performed at the elite level for a long time. So to see Martin Kaymer at 45-1, I'm happy to put that straight onto the betting slip. Each way, fifth of the odds, 7 places. So we'll take Martin Kaymer 45-1. I'm going to go with Scott Hend as well. Hend is someone I saw at Wentworth. I saw him in person at Wentworth this year at the BMW PGA Championship. And he's a nice striker of the ball. He's a very experienced player. He's been around a long time. He's the sort of guy that, when in form, is dangerous. He hits the ball a country mile. Second, just lost out last week at the European Masters to Fitzpatrick. So he's in form. 66-1. I like the number. It's a big, juicy number. He's in form. Let's see what he can do. Scott Hend, we'll take it. 66-1. We're also going to go for See, I've got another one looking down the list. So you've got Lingerworth Courtesy is there. Keimer we've taken at 45 to 1. Knox 50 to 1. Not a bad price. I don't think he's in that good a form at the moment. Graham McDowell 60 to 1. We're going to take Hayden Porteous at 66 to 1. A winner on the tour this year. Someone who used to play on the Sunshine Tour. Just 23 years of age. He's just a talented player. Looking at the field, looking at the prices, I think it's a reasonable number. We have faith in Porteous. I think he's going to do great things in the game. And at a tournament like this, he may well step up. He knows it's a big field. It's a big tournament. I think he'll show up. So, as we said, a challenge this week. There are some tree-lined holes. There are tight fairways. You've got to hit the fairway. You've got to keep it on the short grass. Lee Westwood, he should have a chance. We've gone for him because of those hand he's had in at the course and being the main tour professional. He should go close, really. He's going to be under a bit of pressure, isn't he, as a leading tour professional. He'll want to perform. So I think that's a good selection. I mean, this is a course designed by Scott McPherson, but obviously where Westwood's had a hand in it, you would have thought he'll look to be doing well. So I'm quite happy with that pick. 20 to 1, yeah. I think they've shortened it up. The bookies have shortened it up knowing that he's had a hand in the design. So the selections that we've got Fitzpatrick, Matthew Fitzpatrick, 20 to 1 each way. We've got Lee Westwood, 20 to 1 each way. We've got Scott Hend, 66 to 1 each way. David Lingerworth, 40 to 1 each way. Martin Keimer, 45 to 1 each way. Hayden Porteous, 66 to 1 each way. Notable omissions, I mean, I've looked through. I think Ross Fisher at 45 to 1 is reasonable. Looking down the list, you've got David Horsey. He's a solid player, 66 to 1. Lee Slattery, 66 to 1, stands out. Looking down, Victor de Brisson, 66 to 1. Nick Colsaert's out at 80 to 1, if you fancy a Hail Mary. Mark Warren, 90 to 1. Mikko Illinen, 90 to 1. You know, I've made my selections. Please make any comments on who you think has a chance this week. Maybe you think Garcia's going to come over and blitz it. Maybe you think Rory McIlroy isn't going to play around as the favourite and go off at 88 to 1 and play to his potential, which he hasn't done this season. Who knows? He could come and just say, look, that's it now. Justin Thomas has walked off with the FedEx Cup. Maybe he's looked at that and thought, now it's time for me to walk off with the British Masters. Maybe Lee Westwood will step up. That's something I've suggested, seeing as he's the tour professional. It's going to be interesting. It's a great course. It's the first time it's been played at this course. Course has only been made since 2011. Scott McPherson design. So let's see how it goes. I think it's going to be a great tournament. Enjoy it. Like and subscribe if you haven't done already. And I'll see you next time.